So hello everyone, welcome to this new video. So in the last video we have discussed about what are linear equations, what are the methods to solve linear equations, and we did two very basic examples to solve linear equations. Now in this particular video we are going to do complex linear equation, like where they are a little bit sophisticated and how to solve the problem, right? So let us get started. Here is a question in front of us. So 5x minus 3 over 2 minus 3x minus 2 over 3 equals 2 over 3. This is the particular question. So how are we going to solve it? Now see, the first step will be to make the denominator same. As I had told in the previous video also, that if you can make the denominator same, you can simply root out the denominators or ignore the denominators or remove the denominators and only work with the numerators. But in order to do that, you have to make sure that the denominators are same on both ends, not only on one end, not only on the right or not only on the left. It has to be same all throughout, right and left. So what can be a common denominator? What is the LCM of 2, 3 and 3? The LCM is 6. So here, in order to make it 6, we have to multiply it by 3. Now as per the rule, remember, you have to multiply the entire numerator with 3. Okay, not just a part, the entire numerator. Here also multiplying 3 with 2 to get 6, entire numerator will be multiplied by 2. Here multiplying by 2, multiplying by 2. Now we have got all the denominators as 6. Let us write one more line. 3 times 5x minus 3 over 6 minus 2 times 3x minus 2 over 6 equal to 4 over 6. Now all the denominators are 6, so we can remove it. We can simply write the numerators now. 3 times 5x minus 3 minus 2 times 3x minus 2 equal to 4. Now we will be solving this one. Now see, the most errorless process in order to solve this, and I know it's a very common thing, common mistakes happen over here. Why? Because of the bracket opening, there is a negative sign outside, people forget it and they end up getting wrong answers. So the very easy and errorless process is, first of all, I'm going to go step by step in this so that you can understand the method and always follow this method. See, you have to put the 3 in the bracket without opening the bracket. So when you put 3 in the bracket, you are multiplying 3 with both of them by means of distributive rule. So you will keep the bracket on. 3 times 5x is 15x minus 3 times 3 is 9. Minus, again keep the bracket on, only put the 2 inside. So when the 2 goes inside, everything remains the same, only 2 will be multiplied to each of them. So 2 times 3x, 6x, minus 2 times 2, 4, equal to 4. Now the next step will be to remove the bracket. Now when you are removing the bracket, remember, before the bracket, if there is no sign like here, or if there is positive sign before the bracket, no sign or positive sign, when you remove the bracket, all of the elements will not change their respective signs. None of the elements will change their respective signs if there is positive or no sign outside. But if there is negative sign outside the bracket, every single element inside the bracket will alter their respective signs. Okay, this is a very important thing you have to remember, and majority of the mistakes, silly mistakes, I will mention the word, majority of the silly mistakes happen from here. So here what you will do is, you will write 15x minus 9, no changes because there is a plus or no sign outside. Now here 6x minus 4 will undergo alteration of signs because there is a negative sign waiting outside. So 6x will become minus 6x and 4, which was negative earlier, will be positive 4, and that is equal to 4. Now same thing, we will bring the like terms together. So 15x minus 6x, and here is negative 9 plus 4 equal to 4. Now 15x minus 6x is simply what is that, 7x? Oh wait, 9x, my bad, sorry, I'm not so good in calculation. 9x, right? 15x minus 6x is 9x, and on the other side, when you take all of this, so the negative 9 becomes positive, the positive 4 becomes negative 4, and there is a positive 4 waiting over there, which means that the negative 4 and positive 4 will get cancelled. We are getting 9x equals to 9. Ultimately, the value of x is equal to 9 over 9, which is equal to 1. Okay, so all this for just 1. So now you know how to solve a complex linear equation, right? Let us take another example so that your concepts can be absolutely clear. But one request, every time when I give you an example question, try to solve the problem first on your own. Pause the video, solve the problem first on your own. If you commit a mistake, no problem. But if you don't try by yourself, you will always be dependent on someone in order to solve it. You won't be able to solve it all by yourself, right? So you have to solve it on your own. If you are getting error, that's completely fine, not a problem. And as soon as you get the solution, try to see if you have got the right answer. If not, where did you make the mistake? So we are going to the next question of the complex fraction now. Okay, so here we are on the next question, another complex uh, linear equation. Okay, complex linear equation is given to us. Let us solve it. Now first of all, we have to convert all of the elements in fractions. So as we can see, this is in fraction, this is in fraction, this is in fraction, this one is not, so we have to convert it in fraction. So what I can do is I can simply write divided by 1 over here only. We don't have to write another step for the same. So this is also now a fraction, and now you have all the denominators in front of you. So what is the first step? You get the LCM of all the denominators. So since all of them are prime numbers, so the likely LCM will be the product of all of them. 7 times, 5 times, 3 times 1. So let's not find the total answer of that, right? Because that will be much easier in that way if we just keep it as 7 times 5 times 3 as the LCM. Now, why I'm saying this? Because now you have to just make sure that all of them is equal to that particular LCM. So the LCM is 7 times 5 times 3, out of which 7 is already there, which means you will have to multiply 5 times 3 with it, which is 15. Here also you have to multiply 15. Here we already have 5 out of 7 and 3. So we have to multiply 7 times 3 with it, which is 21. We have to multiply here 21. Now the third one, we have 3 here, right? So 3 here means we have to multiply 7 times 5, which is 35. Here also we have to multiply 35. And finally here we have just 1, that means we have to multiply the entire multiplication, 7 times 5 times 3, which is 105. And here also we have to multiply 105. So now what are we getting? 15 times x plus 3 over 105 minus 21 times 3x minus 5 over 105 equal to 35 2x minus 5 over 105 minus 25 times of 105, that should be 2625 over 105. So this is the total form now. Now as you can see, the denominators are all 105, so you can remove them. Now all I will get is the numerator. 15 times x plus 3 minus 21 times 3x minus 5 equal to 35 times 2x minus 5, and minus 2625. Okay, let us simplify them. So I already have discussed the method. What to do? You have to put the numbers in the bracket without changing the bracket, without removing the bracket. So 15 times x, 15x, plus 15 times 3, 45, minus 21 times of 3, 21 times 3 is 63x, minus 21 times of 5 is 105. Here 35 times 2 is 70x, minus 35 times 5 is 175, and finally we have 2625. Now we will open the bracket. Before opening the bracket, just remember, if there is a negative sign outside, all the elements inside the bracket will alter their signs, otherwise nothing changes. So here no changes, 15x plus 45. Here alteration happens, 63x positive earlier now will be negative, 105 negative earlier now will be positive. And here no changes, 70x minus 175 minus 2625. Now let us go to the next step. Next step will be to bring the like terms together. That means to bring the various variables on one side, isolate them on one side, take the numbers on the other side. So we have got 15x minus 63x minus 70x. 70x was on the right side, it was positive, comes on the left, becomes negative. And on the other side, you will now write negative 175, negative 2625, and here we are having plus 45 plus 105, plus 45 plus 105. Okay. Now, 15x minus 63x minus 70x. So if you do the calculation, the value comes as negative 118x. And here, if you do the calculation, so this is 45 plus 105, which is subtracted from the sum of 175 and 2625. So this is a total of 2650 with a negative sign, of course. So now you can see negative is on both sides. So now what is x? So remember, negative 2650 divided by negative 118, and whenever there is negative on numerator and denominator, it can be cancelled. Again, rules of division, you have to just go over them if you are not understanding here. So next is 2650 divided by 118, and the answer, well, I guess I have made some mistake. Please excuse me for just 1 second. Okay, so where we have made the mistake is when we transferred 45 and 105 on the other side, we were supposed to change the signs, right? Okay, sorry about that. It was a silly mistake from my end. Okay, so now negative 175, negative 2625, negative 45, and negative 105. That means everything is going to be added overall. So 175, 2625, 145, sorry, just 45, and finally 105. So the answer is negative 2950, and finally we get negative 2950 over negative 118, which gives us, so the negative signs will be gone. 2950 over 118 gives us 25. The answer is 25. So this is the answer of the particular problem. Okay, so this is one of the other examples where we have complex linear equation. Okay, so with this we will finish this particular video. In this video we have discussed about complex linear equation.